Maddox had never considered himself an especially lucky man. But today, it seemed his luck had finally turned around. Full darkness had fallen half an hour ago, and the wizard leading the surviving soldiers remained content to glare at Maddox and the ghoul holding his commander hostage. Maybe he figured when reinforcements arrived, they'd have enough wizards to overwhelm Maddox and save the old man. That was the only thing Maddox could think of that made sense, not that he especially cared. The faint warmth in his pocket meant that Worgoth had sent a message, and the only message that seemed likely was that he was on his way. At least Maddox hoped that was the message. If instead he said, "I can't make it until tomorrow," things were going to get really bad in a hurry. Happily, it seemed that worst-case scenario wasn't going to happen. A psychic chill ran down his spine and across the park. The enemy wizard was trying to look in every direction at once. He must sense the wraiths, but of course they blended into the darkness perfectly. Maddox couldn't see them himself, but he had enough experience with undead to know that's what he felt. A moment later, a shadowy arm emerged from the wizard's chest, and he collapsed, revealing the dark, crimson-eyed figure of the wraith that just killed him. The closest soldier swung his sword with all his might, but it passed through the wraith like it was made of smoke. More wraiths emerged from the forest, and they fell on the soldiers, killing them all in seconds. Soon 10 pairs of red eyes were focused on Maddox and Alazad. Maddox glared right back at them. The first rule of dealing with creatures of corruption: never show them any fear. "You certainly got yourself into a tight spot, Brother Elgin." Worgoth's far more solid figure stepped into the park. "When I received your message, I could hardly believe such a simple infiltration mission had gone so far awry." "You and me both." Maddox jerked a finger at the still captive commander. "You want to ask this one anything?" "Does he know anything useful?" "Not that he's shared with me." "Then feed him to the wraiths. Tomorrow night he'll rise as a new soldier under my command." The ghoul thrust the commander toward the wraiths, who fell on him. "Will the whole city rise as wraiths tomorrow night?" Alazad asked. "Alas, no. Each wraith can only create a single spawn each night. It's a pity, really. If I could raise unlimited wraiths, I'd rule Montage in days." Alazad forced himself to his feet. "Do we attack the city next?" "The city is already under attack," Worgoth said. "I sent the bulk of my forces with orders to slay as many people as they could. Let's give them an hour's head start. It should be safe enough for us to follow by then." "You don't have any healing potions, do you?" Alazad asked. "No. Alchemy and healing are not my forte." Worgoth looked at Maddox, who shook his head. "It seems we'll need to capture a prisoner so you can use a life siphon spell. You do know it, right?" Alazad grimaced. "I understand the principle, but I've never succeeded in making it work." Worgoth shrugged. "In that case, you'll simply have to bear the pain until time does the healing for you." Maddox swallowed a smile at the cold reply. Nothing like brotherly love and solidarity.